all your favorite songs and more.
I was born on a hillside by yonder flowing stream. Its memories in my mind, its meadows fresh and green. It often nearly breaks my heart and leaves me a troubled mind when I think of dear old Ireland and the home I left behind. I went into the valley for to bid my friends adieu. I stood upon the folly bridge.
If ever you go across the sea to Ireland.
God bless your work there. God bless your work.
Brendan, Shane.
How are you, Paul? Happy.
How are
What
things?
in the name of God are you doing?
I told you, I'm getting the turf ready to bring the bog to America.
You're bringing this turf to America?
Yeah,
With this thing?
yeah.
How much do you want?
Well, I'm going to bring in 100 ton of turf, and I'm going to bring in a 10 ton then of reared turf.
Like this?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm cutting them there. I'm going to stick them
You're
together.
you're not even dressed for cutting turf at the start. Didn't I tell you last year down below in Mayo that if you're going to go cutting turf, you'll have to dress properly for it?
Ah, them trousers were too itchy last year.
Were they? Well, anyway, 100 ton you want to bring in, and this is all you've done so far, and you're here for 3 hours.
But well, it'll take me a while to do
Try
it. But
now.
I'll get it there.
I know.
Sure, I have a few months.
Look at Paul, this is a big operation now, different than what we were at in the bog before. What you want to do now is you want to get the experts on this job.
Where will I get the experts?
Well, why wouldn't you get Board Namona are the people for you?
Board Namona.
And look at this lane you have here now. That's a thing of the past. We're in modern day cutting turf now. I'll tell you what. This is the lane you want now. Do you see this one here?
This is the Slane.
Look at that.
Holy God.
Look at that pre-yoke there.
Look at the cubes that yoke's cut.
Look at the size of a sod of turf that'll cut.
Holy God.
A lovely sod of turf that cuts, isn't it?
Mighty. But you tell me now, as smart as you are, would you mind telling me where are we going to get a wheelbarrow to carry that sod?
Oh, no problem at all. You leave that to me.
Well, we're here now in the heart of the Bog of Allen, and the big operation of transporting the turf from here across the Yonkers Raceway is about to begin. As we told you earlier on, we were to contact Board Namona, and that's exactly what we did. And I'm joined now by John Cunningham, General Manager of the Ballydermot Bog. And John, thank you very much for joining us. And first of all, maybe you could tell our viewers about the transportation of the bog from here across to New York. About how are you going to do it?
Well, when you came to us first to ask us to do this job, I didn't actually know how I was going to do it. But I said, you know, we've just got a Q mark. We reckon we're the best in the country at it. So we said we'd do it and get around the problems and difficulties later. So first of all, we had to find out how are we going to actually transport it and what sizes of cubes would we need. So we experimented with that, and we got small ones and big ones. And at the end of the day, we actually designed a large sleighing rather than a small sleighing, as you've seen on the machine there. And we decided if the traditionalists cut it with a small sleighing, that it would work for us with a big sleighing. So we did that, and we then had to pick a suitable piece of bog, and we tried various turf banks here and there, and some of them were breaking up, and eventually we came to this one here. And the cubes themselves, we eventually decided on a cubic metre, which is about a tonne of actually raw bog. And we had to cut those in a way that when they were reassembled in Yonkers, that they would actually merge back together as a large turf bank. And the main worry we had then was, of course, in transporting them. How were we going to do this? So we had to actually put the pallet on top of what we were cutting and then invert it onto a trailer, get it into our yard, and actually make sure that that was secure, covered with polythene, make sure that the whole thing wouldn't fall apart on us. That if we went to Yonkers and opened it up and found that the whole thing was broken up, we had a problem. So we have it actually secure, and we're very confident that when we go to New York, that we'll be able to put it back as a complete turf bank. There's about 60 cubic metres.
60 cubic metres. Is the moisture going to be a big problem? Is the polythene to contain the moisture?
Yeah, the polythene has two purposes, because we actually, when you came to us first, many months ago, we actually brought in samples, set them up, and we found that over a period of several weeks that they didn't lose any moisture at all. So that's not a problem, and the polythene will retain the moisture in them and secure them for transport as well.
And that's what's happening in the background here now. The cubes are been cut out.
He's cutting out the cubes there, and then they will go onto the pallet and the back. They'll be transported into the yard and to finish off the job. We have some of them already done, actually.
And of course, Board Namona, well, in New York, you're known as the Irish Peat Board. You do a lot of business over there.
Oh, we do indeed, and we have in all the supermarkets and right around New York and America at the moment. We're marketing the Irish Flame log, and it's going very well for us, and we expect that after this festival that it will be going even better.
The Irish Flame log, available in all good supermarkets. Well, I'm here now with Tom O'Donnell, one of Board Namona's civil engineers, and the mammoth task of loading the containers is underway. Tom, what problems so far, if any?
Well, the main problem was to find peat of the right consistency that would hold up in cubic metre cubes to take out to New York. So I think we found the right peat. It's older sphagnum, about 4,000 years old, and the moisture content is around 87–88%. So we're confident that it'll be okay.
This actual peat is 4,000 years old?
Approximately 4,000 years old.
Right. This must be one of the most unusual projects you've ever been asked to do.
Yeah, well, we usually ask maybe some unusual ones, but this is probably the most unusual of all. Yeah.
But as far as you're concerned, it's all systems go for Yonkers?
Yes, hopefully.
I'm here in Ballydermot. The sods are cut. We're ready to roll. But friend and shine, where's the wheelbarrow?
I'm here. I told you I'd get you a wheelbarrow, and I told you I'd get your turf off to New York.
I'm ready to go, Brendan, but where's the wheelbarrow?
Here's the man that has it here. And a 12-wheeler one.
Oh, Howley.
Yes,
Would you mind telling me, where's your wheelbarrow?
here.
There. How many of those have we got?
We have 8 of those.
Oh, my God. Well, it's a very sad time for us all here in Riverstown because this is where I'm afraid we're going to have to bid the fond farewell to all the artefacts in the old cottage. And the man who's responsible, or one of the men responsible for all the hard work, and ladies indeed, is John Taylor, Director of County Sligo Agricultural Museum. Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. John, thank you very much for allowing us to take your artefacts and indeed your cottage back to Yonkers racetrack to all our emigrant friends. Tell us a little bit about the cottage.
Thank you, Paul. Well, for to start, I'd like to thank Northwest Radio for coming here today, and also for Western Care coming to Riverstown. It's our pleasure to have you here. I'd like you all to view Mrs. Buckley's cottage just before we dismantle it and load it onto the containers this evening. As you can see, it's a very authentic cottage. We're very lonely to lose it here in Riverstown for the next few weeks. During the week here, we had hundreds, if not thousands, actually passing through the cottage. On Thursday night, we had our wake here. It was very sad. I think even the season is sadder because we're not only losing the people, but we're losing our cottage. A sad evening for us all. So, how this cottage came about, Paul came to a meeting here in Riverstown, and at that meeting we're talking about the various artefacts that we might take to Yonkers Stadium in New York. I've been involved in builders providers in Sligo, working for Buckley's, had this idea that we'd supply the materials to build this cottage. So with the help of FOSS, our Training and Employment Authority, who have a skilled labour force here, we built this cottage without plan. I'd like to compliment all the workers here who did such a marvellous job on it. So I think they do deserve a round of applause.
Shoot the donkey, for the beat on the feet. For the donkey will be wonky without shoes on his feet. With the nose black and the all black, the finest of rock. For tomorrow, big or bound, we'll be all in the ball. Yes, we're all up today to the great USA. We're heading forward in the town of New York.
This is a plough with a little story that I'd like to tell you. 70 years ago, this plough left the USA for Ireland. The handles, as you see, had to be cut in order to fit it into a trunk to take it home. It was brought to Ireland to just between Ballintor and Drumahare, and it has worked there for the last 70 years until it was donated to here. So the nice end of the story is it's on its way back, this time for a temporary visit, a holiday. Well, as you can see, people are moving out of Riverstown in great numbers. Excuse me, sir. How are you?
How are you doing yourself?
What's your name?
Cone.
Cone. And where are you heading for?
I'm heading for the creamery.
And from there you're going to New York?
Then I'm going to New York, to Yonkers.
To Yonkers Stadium?
Yonkers Stadium.
Are you all set?
All set to go,
And
yeah.
you're bringing this baby with you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
What's the name of the donkey?
He's a born Yankee.
What's the name of the donkey?
That's
Have you
Tommy.
named it? Tommy?
Aye.
And you have the buttermilk here and all ready for action?
Yeah, the whole lot in the can, yeah.
I'll tell you something. Well, listen, we won't detain you. Good luck. We'll see you in Yonkers.
Surely.
Go bonkers in Yonkers. Keep her going. Well, we're here now outside County Sligo Agricultural Museum for the big removal of all the artefacts. Our containers are in place and everything's ready to go before we make our way to Yonkers racetrack in New York. We have the cottage, we have the ploughs, we have the harrows, the churns, and in fact in the background you can see the old thrashing mill getting ready to make its way to Yonkers racetrack in New York. It's going to be a great occasion. We're all very excited here in Riverstown, and as you can see in the background, all of the people working hard to transport the artefacts. So the task has begun to get the artefacts to Yonkers Raceway in New York City. Well, to tell you the truth, we haven't even started our journey and I'm already exhausted. Still 3,542 miles to go to Yonkers, but we're ready. The good news is the turf is ready, everything is in the containers, the artefacts, just about everything. We're ready to go. Wasn't that a close one with the thrashing mill? I never thought we'd get it in. But I'll tell you something, there's one thing I'm certainly not going to Yonkers without, and that's my sleighing. I tell you something, hopefully you're all ready. We're going to have a great time. I'm going to bring the sleighing. In you go. There we go. All set to go bonkers in Yonkers.
the donkey, for the beat on the peat. For the donkey will be wonky without shoes on his feet. Fill the nose bag for the owl nag with the finest of grog. For tomorrow, beg or borrow, we'll be all in the bog.
Yes, we're all off today to the great USA. We're heading for work in the town of New York. With our barrows and spades, we forget all our pains as we shuffle our feet to the beat on the beat.
Shoot the donkey, and comply with the law. For in Yonkers, they'll be bonkers when they hear his hee-haw. Have a sandwich, Mrs. Bandwich, make the tea in the pot. Now we're flying, the turf is drying, and the weather is hot.
Yes, we're all off today to the great USA. We're heading for work in the town of New York. With our barrows and sleds, we forget all our pains as we shuffle our feet to the beat.
Excuse me, sir, have you any idea how I get to New York? I hear it's a long way. It is, and I'm searching all the towns in my own, and, you know, I can't find the right road. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a lift in New York. Would there be any chance?
I'll come next week now.
Next week?
Yes.
I have the wee donkey and all to bring with me now. If you could do anything
Just
for
bring
me
your
now.
toothbrush and toothpaste.
Right.
I could do this long journey. Go ahead. Don't break. Clear.
They'll be bonkers when they hear his hee-haw. Have a sandwich, Mrs. Bandwich, make the tea in the pot. Now we're flying, the turf is drying, and the weather is hot.
Yes, we're all off today to the great USA. We're heading for work in the town of New York.
Paul, and are you expecting it to grow in number as you progress?
It's certainly growing in number, Castlereagh. We didn't expect the large crowd that turned out to say farewell to the turf and the artefacts, but it's number as we go on. And if there is some traffic jams a little bit later on today, we apologise for it. But as we said, it's a big day for us as the trucks make their way, start their journey, their long journey to Yonkers Raceway in New York, where they'll be arriving.
Yes, we're all off today to the great USA. We're heading for work in the town of New York. With our barrows and sleds, we forget all our pains as we shuffle our feet to the beat on the beat.
Shoot the donkey, hurry up, don't be late.
After a hard morning's work, it was time for something to eat, and where better to stop than John Healy's Mother Hubbard's restaurant, My Valley. By Jove, are we hungry. I'll tell you something. Howley's men couldn't wait to get something to eat. Wait till you see this man. Doesn't he look like a man that wants something to eat? He thought his belly was stuck. In he goes. We knew John Healy was going to do us proud. And look at the feed he put down in front of us. Clare Morris rashers, Bohola ham, Leitrim sausages. We couldn't wait to get at it. Look at that for a feed. Oh, one leg of the journey left. As we left Mother Hubbard's, there was herself to wave us on our way to Dublin. all our containers moving out on the last leg of the journey. We had to call in the Gardaí to help us go to Dublin. We had a Gardaí escort all the way. How could you explain to the people of Dublin, in O'Connell Street in Dublin, that you were bringing 100 ton of turf to the United States of America? The confusion on O'Connell Street was unbelievable, but on we went. Our last stop was the docks in Dublin. At last, the docks. Next stop, the United States of America. Noel Howley himself was loading on the containers. That's the biggest sod of turf you're ever likely to see. There's all our containers, making their way to Yonkers Raceway. Right, we're here now in Shannon Airport, ready to go bonkers in Yonkers. Look who's beside me, Declan Early.
No bigger bunker to go bonkers. No.
So you're all set?
I'm all set, Paul. I'm looking forward to it. There's a tremendous atmosphere here. That's what, straight away, like, there's a great atmosphere, you know?
We're all set to go bonkers in Yonkers.
We sure are.
So what kind of music can our American friends expect from Declan? Obviously mostly Irish.
Yeah, well, mostly Irish. The songs that I have recorded here, the ones that have been popular, and you know, the songs that have. I suppose a lot of them would be immigration type songs. You know? Right, okay. And of course, you're no stranger to New York. You have been there a couple of months ago, and you'll be going again later on this year. Yeah, we have been there around St. Patrick's Day. We played New York, Boston, Chicago, and Philadelphia, and we go again in November. That's November of 1990, just for people watching the video, of November of 1994. 1994. Right. So things are going great for you, Declan? Things are going great, Paul, and after this trip they'll even be going better. So the message is, America, watch out. Declan Early is coming at ya. Yeah. Okay, I tell you, I'm here in Yonkers and I'm just exhausted. But I'm not too bad because my honey here is wheeling me and my troops are behind me as we go and get ready. Oh, I tell you something, May Hunt, this is the life. Just here in Yonkers. I'm going to bed in the cottage now. But here behind me, as you can see, are all my troops and volunteers. And here's May Hunt. And we're ready for the biggest ever day held in the United States of America. We're ready for our day in the bog. Are you ready, gang?
Hi, all, we made it! We're ready to roll for Viva the Beach!
Well, I tell you, just over a year ago, Brendan Shine and I cut the turf in Kilgarriff West Bog. And Brendan Shine said, what in the name are you going to do next year? And little did you think we'd be in Yonkers Raceway in New York, in the middle of the bog, on a bank of turf here, ready to cut the first sod of turf ever cut in the United States of America. What do you think, Brendan?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Paul. A great dream come true. I tell you, I never thought I'd ever see it. I'm delighted I actually lived. And I didn't think I'd live as long as you, but I lived long enough to come to New York. But there's great events here. Irish people from all over the place. And here we are with the turf. We took it out of Kilgarriff Bog. It held up well. With a good shower rain last night, that held it. It's a bit wiggy, but it's a bit brittle, but we cut it anyway. If we get dry, someone will burn it.
Sure, look
over.
at, we have the experts here.
We have the champion turf cutter himself.
There's the champion turf cutter.
Michael Moran there from
Michael
Glenamore.
Moran
I'm going to throw it, and the man from Lewisburg.
There you are.
Horrick
Needham, all the way from Lewisburg and County Mayo. What about this fella here?
James McNeil.
James McNeil, never drank a drop in his life, but I tell you, he's looking absolutely great. Brendan Shine.
We'll cut a side on here.
Cut a side and throw it out there.
It's got
the
the
boys
best
to catch
of
it.
I'm going to throw it to Michael Moran.
That's it. Yeah, you're Mikey, well done. I tell you something, we're going to bomb.
Here is ready to the radio stage, please.
Up Lewisburg. Lewisburg flag is flying, the Mayo flag is flying, the Sligo flag is flying, the Donegal flag is flying. And this turf, of course, all the way from the Bog of Allen. And it stood the test of time well. Because Shine, you're going to bomb. You're going to bomb.
It's all right, don't cut me big toe off here.
Where'd you get the shoes for the bog? What'd you do with the boots? Huh? He forgot his boots, I tell you.
Up on the stairs now in the drum and it won't be turfed up.
Listen, stop cutting and go on up there and sing a song.
Right, lads, bring that out there. Right, I got the.
Go on, lads, bring that off with you there.
What a day on the bog in New York.
Tell you, Brendan, it's hard work.
Well, so the weather is, it's a good fine day and there'll be a lot of turf cut before evening.
You're talking about my dress last year. Where'd you get the shirt for the bog?
Well, because, you know, the woman was washing that all the year to have it pure white for the bog in New York. You couldn't go to a bog in New York with a dirty shirt. Well, you got your one.
What's wrong with it?
Jesus,
Look at
I'm slipping.
What's this for here? You put this around my leg. Why do you put that?
It's a garter.
Garter? I tell you, it's a fine looking garter.
Now take your time because you can get all good.
Where's the spot there?
Oh, no, it's going like this, no.
Over here.
What's camera?
Here we are in Yonkers Raceway with some of New York's finest. This is Joe, who assures me that he has Irish connections, and Granville, who assures me that he has none but from Jamaica, but does want to visit Ireland at some stage. You're on duty here at Yonkers Raceway.
Yes, I am.
What exactly are you going to be up to, or what are you looking out for?
Oh, make sure there's no trouble, keep the peace.
This must be one of the most unusual tasks you two have been assigned to in quite some time.
Yes.
An easy job for the day?
Very easy.
And tell us about your Irish connections.
Well, my grandma comes from, I'm not too sure. She's from Ireland, but I don't know where. She passed away.
Right. And Granville, you've no Irish connections, but you want to visit?
Not that I know of, but I have some good friends.
You hope to. What's your impressions of the day in the bog?
So far, I'm having a real good time.
Tough job, lads.
And I'll have to say at the time, I'll be here all day.
Okay, thank you for talking. Well, as you can hear, it's getting a little bit noisy outside Mrs. Buckley's cottage as queues and queues of our visitors are waiting to get in. And we've found Margaret, with your second name, Margaret?
Russell.
From Enniscrone in County Sligo, and her granddaughter? Lisa, who have come from, you're based where?
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
Pelham Parkway.
And what brought you to Peat on the Peak today?
We came to enjoy the day and to see all the old traditional amusements and stuff from Ireland.
And what do you think so far?
Very good.
Yeah. Anybody in Enniscrone you'd like to say hello to on video if it goes back
I'd
to
like
Ireland?
to say hello to my sister. She lives in Cabra, and my mother, she lives in Clooney and my sister Chris and all the family.
Well, what more could we have asked for? A beautiful, beautiful summer's day in the middle of September. People said we couldn't do it. We couldn't transport 100 ton of turf all the way across the Atlantic, along with thrashing mill, cottages, ploughs, lanes and creels, but by God we did it. They were all doubting Thomas's Noel Howley.
They sure were when we started out.
Yeah, but there we are. The fruits of our effort are there today. The
you
place
can have
is
a look.
jam-packed. Have a little look in the background there.
Jam.
The bands are on, the people are enjoying themselves. And I tell you something, despite all the hard work, I think it was worth it.
It was worth it in the end. It's great to see them queuing up out to the main gate. It's great.
Yeah, there's an enormous queue there now. We're absolutely thrilled. And here's another man that paid no small effort in making this all come through. Paddy Morden, how are you, Paddy?
Not too bad, Paul, not too bad. How are you?
I tell you, you lost a lot of weight since you came out.
I did, yeah. I lost about 3 stone. I had about 3 more to go because we dated tall yesterday. And we cycled out here yesterday morning. We put the turf spades on the bar, the bike and our coat. And by Jesus, it's fierce water. Oh, fierce water.
Fierce water.
And no spring water here.
No. Who's this fella?
That's Kevin Rowan from Charlestown.
I tell you something, Kevin. You're looking well.
That's
the hat and the whole lot.
It's nearly burned off me now. It's gone white.
Well, they're known here as the Terrible Three. And that's it. Ruan, Morden and Howley, the Terrible Three. When are you going back?
We're going back on Tuesday evening, but we'll miss it when we go back because it got used of us here now, and the great crowd of people here as well.
Tell me this, Noel. What are we going to do with the turf?
What are we going to do with the turf? It's a big question.
We'll give £5 to any listener who can submit to us the best application for what are we going to do with 100 ton of wet turf. Come on, Noel, better go and do some business. Well, they're here from all over. Here's Nuala Normally from Turlestrand and County Sligo. How are you, Nuala?
Fine, thank you, Paul. It's great to be here.
I bet you never thought you'd go to the bog in New York.
Definitely, I thought I left that behind me, Paul.
Well, you're good. I hear you're a good turf cutter.
Not bad now.
Well,
actually, I was made president of the organisation recently.
Which the Sligo organisation?
Yes.
Of course. How is the Sligo Association going?
Super.
Huh? Super. Look at her. She's souped up and ready to go. Go on in there and cut and stack and save and clamp.
Definitely bring home some too at night. See you back home, Paul.
Okay.
Nice to see you.
Well, we're here on the way into Yonkers and there's lots of people coming in. This is their first time in. How are you?
Fine.
What part of Ireland are you from?
County Offaly, town of Banagher.
You're heading into a day in the bog. What do you expect to see in here?
I expect to see somebody cutting turf with an old-fashioned slaying and throwing it up and putting it on a wheelbarrow and setting it up in little stacks.
And what about this lovely girl here? When was the last time you cut the turf?
Don't ask.
Many years ago. Are you a Longford woman as well, or where are you from?
No, I'm from Offaly.
From Offaly. Do you know that turf there came from the Bog of Allen?
Right.
Do you know the Bog of Allen?
Yes.
That's where that turf, Ballydermot Bog, the Bog of Allen, that's where it came from. So you might cut a sod today. We have the old thrashing mill down there, and we have the whole lot. So where are you from, ladies?
I remember that too.
You're from Offaly, ladies.
American.
You're American.
My family's from Clare.
So have you ever been to Ireland?
Yes.
When was the last time you were there?
87.
Well, maybe when you go in here today and you see the music and the set dancing and our traditional Irish cottage and our thrashing mill, do you think it'd tempt you to go back?
It would. I'd go back without even seeing all that.
Good girl yourself. Go on in and enjoy yourself.
Okay, thanks.
Especially for Cora. As I'm sitting by the firelight, I'm turning back the years. I can hear my mother singing in the morning as she scrubbed our shining faces and then packed us off to school. All too soon those days were over without warning. So sing me the songs of our gold and silver days, days filled with innocence and light. Not a penny to our name, we were happy just the same. In our gold and silver days. singing just a song at twilight, and the moon behind the hill. Now those voices, they're silent, gone before us. So sing me the songs of our gold and silver days, days filled with innocence and light. Not a penny to our name, we were happy just the same in our gold and silver days. We gathered at the dizzy field on Sunday afternoon. Then we danced to Brendan Boyer and the Royal. Through the years we all were scattered, but those friends were good and true. Always there when they were needed, always so sing me the songs of our gold and silver days, days filled with innocence and light. Not a penny to our name, we were happy just the same in our gold and silver days. In our gold and silver days.
Thank you very much. This is what it's all about. We're going to have a bit of a join in here, a half barrel, a session. Now, how are you now?
How are you doing?
How are you keeping?
How was it?
I come drinks here. She come out, she says, my tongue is hanging out for a drink, she says. There's four of them. I don't know what it's. Here, bring it into her.
Well, how can I go in after mine? Here. Give me a drop here and you can keep going in yourself. Thank you very much. Go on into them there.
Well, it's been a long haul from Ballymote, hasn't it, May? But you're here with your butter making this afternoon and trying to make it successfully in the heat of Yonkers. What exactly are you doing here?
I'm just washing it and putting on some salt. And it's very hard to do when it's so warm. And but we're getting there. Everything is...
And Angela, you're here and you're busy?
I'm busy. I have a gallon and a half of fresh cream here and I'm turning away and it should be done in about 20 minutes.
And how much butter do you hope to get through this afternoon?
About £10.
Will you be selling it or bringing it back to Ballymote?
Anyone, I'll sell it.
And what have your American friends thought of your butter making so far?
Well, I don't know. Some of them say they like it. They put on the brown bread, they like it very well.
Is it the best butter you've ever made?
Well, one of the best, yeah.
Oh, here's another fine man. How are you?
Good, Paul. Great to see you again.
Where are you from?
Clare, County Sligo.
See the way he got the hat and all for the day. I'll tell you something. Mighty man, mighty man.
Yeah, I met you 2 years ago and you came out for the Sligo Association St. Patrick's Day dinner dance.
I tell you something, it took me...
At the Learns of Greatnick.
Took me 3 weeks to recover after that dinner dance. I had to be poured home, and that's the truth.
Yeah. Well, this is a great thing that you're doing for all of us here in New York, and we're delighted that you came, and we're having a great weekend here.
Where'd you get the hat?
Oh, in Tubbercurry.
In Tubbercurry?
Yeah, Moorhan's in Tubbercurry.
Thank God you're right. Look at there, Moorhan's in Tubbercurry. I tell you something. I think it looks better that way. Up ya, by ya!
Outside Mrs. Buckley's cottage yet again, this time with Pádraig Breheny from Charlestown and his wife Joan from Cork. But Pádraig, it's 1957 since you left Charlestown.
Yeah.
And you're getting another little flavour of life in Ireland here today. What do you think so far?
I think it's beautiful. You deserve a lot of credit.
I believe the nephew owns Walsh's pub in Charlestown, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So are the drinks on the house when we go back?
Oh, absolutely.
Now, these people get back to visit every year, but obviously you'll be a little bit impressed, Joe, with our day in the bog. What do you think?
Oh, yes.
How does it reflect Mallow County Cork?
Well, I was born in a town, so it's new to me.
Okay.
Come on, look.
What
You're doing right.
Whoa! Hey!
Before we go, let's have the Rose of Castlereagh.
Well, I tell you what, back in Crossmolina, County Mayo, about 40 years ago, God rest my father's soul, many's the time he did this, and he would have me where Frank is, with the, I forget what you call it again, and the midgets would be eating the hell out of me. And he'd say, never mind the goddamn midgets, keep swinging. But this brings back great memories to me. As you can see, I never lost it. I haven't done this in 40 years. And it's like riding a bicycle. Once you did it, you'd never forget. So that's about all I have to say now. I gotta keep going here.
Along with all the rest of the band, so stick around, and then we'll shift to you really quickly. But, are you ready? We're actually going to start now. And if you could put your hands together for a great round of applause. We could do it. We'll see you around.
Well, the smell of the cooking obviously attracted me to the boxy stand, and I'm here with Agnes and Beatrice, I think it is, and who are involved in one of the most appetizing stalls here at Yonkers, of course, is the boxty making. What exactly is involved in your boxty making process?
Well, we have to grate the potatoes first of all, and then we dry them up with flour, add some milk and salt to taste.
It seems to be a three-way process here.
Yeah,
You're all sort of passing one on to the other.
Yeah.
So you start grating
when
the potatoes.
Getting the potatoes ready there and grate them here.
And Beatrice, your job then is?
My job is to mix it up and to add the ingredients, the flour and the milk and the salt.
And then Mary, is it?
I'm peeling them before she grates them.
Right, great. You got the lucky job. So have you had queues of people coming for the boxty?
Lots of people coming.
Have many people heard of it before?
Lots of people have heard of it from home.
Right.
Because it was a Mayo dish years ago, and lots of people know about it, but they didn't see it made. So we have three over behind us that's into cooking it.
So you're keeping Yonkers Raceway fed for Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. But keep up the good work.
Thank you. Stay away.
You know Michael Morden?
Nice to meet you.
I know Michael Morden from Castlemar.
No, he's Michael Morden from Glenamoy. I'll tell you. Okay, are you sure now how to cut the turf?
What do you want?
Just cut one sod.
Just one, yeah.
Just one sod. Step up here, up, yeah. Yeah, just sit down here, that's it. Stay there, yeah. That's it. That's up there now, Michael. No, she could have been down here. Give the station, put a bit.
Come down here.
Yes, where was making bread, she was. Ah, there's a fight. Oh. Ah, there's a good... Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely stuff.
Woo! Home to Mayo, home to Mayo. Oh, somebody's waiting for me there, I know. In the firelight, and our smiles will be bright, and my heart's in the cottage in the county Mayo.
Don't be strong, pull back for them.
Up the field, Mayo!
Michael Gunny here from Castlereagh, having a great time and beating the Peat here with my friend and wondering what he wants for Christmas.
And turn, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and turn. 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and turn. And a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and a 1, 2. And a 1, 2, and turn. 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 And a 1, 2. We're doing well. Our feet, shoot the beat on the beat. Shoot the donkey. Down there, come on, girls and lads. And a 1, 2, and turn. 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 Wow! Shoot the beat on the beat. Shoot the donkey. Come on, girls and lads, help me out. Woo! Woo! And a 1, 2, and turn. 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 And a 1, 2. And a 1, 2, and turn. And a 1. Woo! Joe, did you enjoy Show the Donkey?
Oh, I did. I loved it. It was great having my arm around you.
That was the nicest thing that was said to me today, Joe. Thank you very much. You enjoyed that and you come back tomorrow to do it again with us?
I don't know if I could make it tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Will you tell all the people out there what age you are, Joe?
70.
Well, here we are. It's been a long day in Yonkers Raceway in New York, and we're all ready for a drink, at least at this stage. And PJ and Seamus, my Donegal man here, have been making poaching all day. Well, not quite making poaching, PJ. What exactly have you been up to?
Well, we're legally prohibited from making poaching, as you can understand. The law is fairly strict here, but we go through the process and we explain from the original stages right through to the end. The response has been exceptional. We found the people very interested in what we were doing, and we were also amazed to find all the people that had tasted it and had been associated with making it before they left Ireland.
Well, we've been explaining to these people about the mash which is fermenting here, and it just goes through the system of boiling and drawn off through a worm in the barrel, and it's very basic. It comes out the bottom and goes back through again. Comes out as lethal poaching.
Well, as you can see, it's a big family day here today in Yonkers Racetrack. Right. We're all here in the bog.
Yeah, we're in the bog.
Where are you from?
I'm Tullochmore, County Galway.
Tullochmore, County Galway, and he's been cutting, footing, stacking, saving, clamping.
All the time. And ray footing as well.
Ray footing.
I thought he said
a turf stealer from Tullochmore.
Tullochmore, that's right. That's right.
When was the last time you were back in Tullochmore?
About 40 years ago.
40 years ago?
Yeah, that's right.
Are you going to go back at all?
Next week.
This will tempt you to go back?
No, it will not.
Why not?
A long time in the bog.
You were a long time in the bog?
I the bog anyway.
Do we one bit of harm?
I'll be back.
And you want to go back to the bog today?
Oh, the bog was lovely. I want to see Tom Redden in cutting turf.
Tom Reddy nearly around sang a song on top of the bank of turf.
That's right.
All right. So you enjoy, were you in the thatched cottage?
I bought the course.
Were you thrashing?
I was thrashing at 2 o'clock this Saturday.
He's thrashing every hour. There's a lot of rats inside in that hill.
I'm going fucking the straw myself.
Oh yeah, you're not flailing. He's a mighty man, this fella, I tell you. Who's this woman here?
That's an
old
friend of his.
That's a girlfriend of his.
Ex-girlfriend.
An ex-girlfriend? Wow. Who is she? From Hawaii.
Elizabeth Brosnan from Leitrim.
You're what? You're from Leitrim?
Yeah.
And why is this fella sitting on your knee?
I
have no idea. That kind of a day here.
I'm our tenant in the house.
You did that.
Oh, he's
on the tenant.
No, how are things in Leitrim?
Great. Just came back from there.
Good girl. See, were you cutting and stacking and saving and clamping and stamping?
I was doing a lot of other things, but
the
not
last
that.
So what kind of music actually you like up there? Brendan Shine?
Oh, I love him.
Sex and Learning?
Yes.
Oh, good girl.
And come out to Close O'Riordan.
Yep.
Right, she what?
Come out to Close O'Riordan.
Good man yourself.
Michael Foreman Club.
I think you fancy her. Give her a old kiss. Go on.
She's my landlord. My landlord.
What?
She's my landlady.
You gotta tell you something. She could be the wife before he was out the way. So you can see it's a great family day out here in Yonkers, all going bonkers in Yonkers.
You're right. All right.
Me next step up the ladder now, I bought myself an old fat sow. Crossed the border quite legally, collected the common market subsidies. Signed all the forms, handed back the pen, smuggled the sow back home again. 10 times a day I'd work this plan, myself and the sow in the transit van. Travel sickness is so picked up, says I, it's time to diversify. Took all me money from the biscuit tin, filled the van to the roof with whiskey and gin. Around the south me wares I'd sell in public houses and hotels. There was never a guard or a customs man put his nose inside a transit van. At festivals and flahs and fairs, if the crack was good you'd find me there. At all big matches in Croke Park, and I danced with Springsteen in the dark. I fought with the tinkers in Ballinasloe, I danced on the streets around Listowel. Mothers had their daughters warned, stay well away from the transit van. It'd been Lent and the drink trade's low, I changed to carrying video. While on the road to Ballybay, found the customs roadblock on me way. The face of under I got her turned, the engine roared and the tyres burned. 5 patrol car fully manned, we're in hot pursuit of the transit van. Through Clontiburit I did go, I was heading for the County Mayo. Round the corner I hissed a dog, went over the ditch, landed in a bog. I sat on a bank, watched all I owned, sinking in a bog hole like a stone. She was lying on the roof with the wheel still turning, and the stereo playing Daniel O'Donnell. Now I'm back where I first began, no job, no money, but I've a plan. There's a girl down in Mullingar, she can hold me future in her hand. She doesn't look like a film star, but she's been telling me about her dad. He has no property or land, but he has 2 sows in a transit van. The Queen of England drives a Rolls-Royce car, her son Charlie has a Jaguar. But when the Pope came to Ireland, like myself, he drove around in a transit van.
David, it's been a long, hard day with the threshing mill. One of the most exciting pieces that we have here in the Day in the Bog. David, how old is this threshing mill?
It's 1945. And it's the longest journey ever I went in thrashing stack of boards. 3,000 miles.
And where has it been up until now? Has it been in use all the time?
Oh yes, I use it every year, once a day, once at home, like, you know, just a bit of a party, neighbours is in, and it's just a bit of enjoyment. It's part of that.
Part of the crack?
Part of the crack.
And what's gone down like here in America? Obviously, have you had any of the American friends working the thrasher for you today?
No, but I might yet. Oh!
We're going to end up in the
we're going to end up, but it's just beautiful weather here.
Beautiful weather in Yonkers for
the best week ever I had in my life.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
And the thresher's running well.
It's running well now, yes.
Good stuff.
And the poor little tractor is doing his part too.
And the donkey as well.
And the donkey. And the donkey all the way from the roundabout.
I think we better get out of here before we get covered with hay, would you?
Put over more over here.
Hello everybody.
everybody. How are you all doing? Sausages are mighty. We're enjoying ourselves in the Beat and the Peat in Yonkers. Declan Enemy is on stage at the moment, but we're having a ball.
It's called the Rose of Castlereagh. Let's have a party. All the lambs are playing in the fields, the tulips were in town. When I left the home that I loved so well, I'll never forget the hour. Before me was the Atlantic waves to a home in Tennessee, and I left behind me the girl I love. She's the Rose of Castlereagh. She may not have been a beauty queen, she might never be a rose, but to me she is the fairest flower that in the garden grows. Although I am in America, across the Atlantic Sea, shall I always love my Roscommon girl, she's the Rose of Castlereagh. It's many's the night that I lay in bed, my thoughts upon me go to the lovely days when I walked my love on the road out Quinart Grove. Her smiling face, her shining hair was a joy for all to see. 'Twas a cruel day that you went away from you and Castlereagh. She may not have been a beauty queen, she might never be a rose, but to me she is the fairest flower that in the garden grows. Although I am in America, across the Atlantic Sea, shall I always love my Roscommon girl, she's the Rose of Castlereagh. Well, hey, let's keep this beat on the Peat going. I opened up the Roscommon Herald that I've just received today, for to read about my native town and my friends so far away. But the tears began to blind me as I glanced across page 3 at a picture on their wedding day of the Rose of Castlereagh. Give us a wave! Farewell to your Roscommon, Dunklin, Plaid of the Shannon Show. Farewell to Boyle and French Park, I will never see you more. The cotton fields near Memphis must remain a home for me, but I'll always love my Roscommon girl, she's the Rose of Castlereagh. She may not have been a beauty queen, she might never be a rose, but to me she is the fairest flower that in the garden grows. Although I am in America, across the Atlantic Sea, should I always love my Roscommon girl, she's the Rose of Castlereagh. Should I always love my Roscommon girl, she's the Rose of Castlereagh.
Mrs. Buckley's cottage on a Sunday morning, and Mrs. Buckley is about to introduce me to 4 generations of her family who all get on very well together here, all under one roof.
Good morning, everybody. You're all very, very welcome to my cottage. I'm delighted to see you all. Now, this is the mother-in-law, right? This is my sister, and that's my daughter-in-law with her baby and her husband. There's 4 generations of the Buckleys here this morning. And you know, it's great to have you all here. We get on very well, you know. We get on very well. Do you take your snuff and forget? Will you take your wee lock of stuff? And where's the pipe?
Up on the floor. Wouldn't you think you'd sweep it?
No, it was swept. I'll tell you something, that was swept before you got out of the nest this morning. For that settle bed there was rattling away all night. I don't know what they were doing. And I'm after coming in now with the eggs from the shed. Now, that's a nice one. Would you like that boiled or scrambled?
How would you know the difference?
Ah, belt up, you.
Don't know
You're
I'm
forever
good
never
from a
giving
bad
up.
one.
Like,
I don't know where my
Wouldn't you
Johnny
want-
got you. Oh, my God.
Oh, look at her, sitting there from Saturday to Sunday there. Look, she has 1 row done on that all week. And do you know something? She'd make them. Ah, you would people. Go and take the stout out from behind your chair.
If you had dashed these old Yanks to call and
well,
had
sure.
tasted to the house, I wouldn't be sick.
Well, only for the Yanks, sure, we might have nothing.
Yeah, oh, true.
You're forever giving out about something.
My Johnny could have got a sister woman.
Bet up. Well, no.
She could have got that.
Well, I know what you want. Well, I'll tell you, I'll get you me to shift you out there next week.
I tell you, we have another man here. How are you?
How you doing?
Where are you from?
I live from Kerry in Boston.
From Kerry in Boston, and you're going down to the bog?
Yeah. I never stood in line to get into a bog my whole life before.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to give you now.
And paid.
You just don't look right. You just don't look right for the bog. And you know what I have for you here? All the way from made in County Kerry. I have a lovely Kerry hat.
Thanks very much.
Now you're ready for the bog. In you go now and cut, stack, save and clap.
I will. I've good
luck.
practice. Bye-bye. Thanks.
Oh, it's hard work here today. I'm chilled. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm looking for white turf. Not
White
black.
turf?
Yes.
Where would I get white? There's not a white turf in Leitrim.
Yes, there are plenty of it.
Where?
In the bogs.
In Leitrim?
Yes.
White turf?
Sure.
What does it look like? Like
well,
chalk?
Off-white.
And did you burn it?
Delightfully.
Well, we have only black stuff here today.
Well, the next time maybe you'll be able to come across with the good stuff. Okay, nice talking to you.
18 and 16, my dear and loving son John. Your good friend, the schoolmaster Pat McNamara, so good as to write these words down. Your brothers have all gone to find work in England. The house is so empty and sad. The crop of potatoes is sorely infected, a third to a half of them bad. And your sister Bridget and Patrick O'Donnell are going to be married in June. Your mother says not to work on the railroad, and be sure to come on home soon. Kilkelly, Ireland, 18 and 17, my dear and loving son John. Hello to your missus and to your 4 children. May they grow healthy and strong.
To sympathise with Biddy in her great loss. Our wake comes to an end. There's nothing now but for Biddy and her neighbours to bring her son to the small churchyard on the hillside and then go home.
It's a great day for Peat on the Beat!
One of my favourite stops along the way on the day in the bog in Yonkers Raceway has to be at Mona Hearn's Colcannon stand. She's been making Colcannon for the past 2 days. It's an absolutely beautiful recipe. Before I get to take any more, Mona, could you tell me exactly what's in this?
Yes, it's a traditional Irish recipe of mashed cream potatoes with plenty of good homemade butter and milk in it, and some chopped up onion and some cooked cabbage, and it's all mixed in together.
And I want you to tell us about the fact that you've been cooking it over the open stove.
That's right, that's right. We have some cookers here, but they're just bottled gas and it's very slow. So we've taken the pots over to the open fire and it's cooked them in no time, so it's been brilliant. So it's really back to the old days.
She do nothing but drinking. She came out here to tell you the truth. She looks only bad. You're looking great other than the...
I'm not feeling too good, but it's very hot out here. We're not used to this. We prefer the dampness.
I wouldn't blame you. The dampness, we call it the kind of the soft weather.
Soft weather, thank God. It's good for the turf, it's drying, and they're burning it like mad here.
We're burning it and buying it, and are you going bonkers?
What?
Bonkers in Yonkers. You're in Yonkers today, you know.
Well, I never saw nothing yet under the bog. I didn't see no knock yet.
Well, listen, do you know what you'll do now? Go over there and do a bit of thrashing.
I'm going to Davy Cattle for the thrashing and the sup in the cottage.
The what?
Supping in the cottage. They're being a butchie.
Oh, don't be God's sake, don't be telling anyone at home you're drinking butchie.
I'm not drinking it, I'm rubbing it in for that rice.
I can see it. Really no harm. You're rubbing it in there, I tell you something. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. She's a great woman.
Where's hard work in that kind of heat weather, you know?
Oh, so it's too hot. Oh, you're going to lay out.
Sit back there and take it easy, because have a race. We're going from 6 o'clock this morning.
You never know when the old lady will come, you know.
Yeah, the old lady. Watch out now, she could come around. Yeah, the old woman might come in and give us a jail. Take it easy on for a while. It's the only break we'll get this day. So we want to have a break.
And enough of bother.
Yeah, Jesus, there's the mother. There's the mother.
God bless you, ladies, brothers, and you're doing
Get the taxi here.
Get a bit of work done. You never did a day's work in your life, man. That's you know.
It's all shame.
Come on, both. Take it to the payment. I'm not going home.
Go on home over there.
Get a bit of work done.
You're drunk. Come on home.
Get a bit of work done.
You have too much straight pigs. Come on.
Who's going to do that?
Put up your foot there. Put up your foot and get up there. And don't shame us all.
Who's going to do the thrashing when I'm gone? You do that. You blind men were never good for nothing.
It's 6 o'clock this morning.
No, the chickens are starving.
Take her out home, will you?
Man.
No, take her home, you. And we get back to work.
And you're not going to do it again.
No. We do a bit of work. And you, I'm sick to death.
Come on.
It's going good now.
What?
God blast you.
I was the best son you ever had, and you thought that.
You were the laziest boy of the family. Bartley went to America and he did a great job and he sent home a few dollars every week. I gave you the farm.
But I was put out with that, you didn't want me doing.
I'm telling you, when I gave the farm to the young buck, I said to myself, I made a mistake.
Move on. And I don't want your place no more. I don't want your own place. Keep it.
No, you can't.
Right. Well, you should know this one then, right? And it was a fabulous festival. So hopefully you do hear what you did there. Here's 7 Drunken Nights. As I got home on a Monday night, as drunk could be, I saw a horse outside the door where my old horse should be. So I called my wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that horse outside the door where my old... Come on and say you're singing. She said, you're drunk, you say you're fool, and still you cannot see. That's a lovely sound that me mother sent to me. When many a day I travel 100 miles or more, but it's saddle on a sound sure I never saw before. As I got home on a Tuesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a coat hanging on the door where my old coat should be. So I called my wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that coat hanging on the door where my old coat should be? She said, you're drunk, you say you're fool, and still you cannot see. That's a lovely blanket that my mother sent to me. Where many a day I travel 100 miles or more, with buttons on a blanket sure I never saw before. And I got home on a Wednesday night, as drunk could be. I saw a pipe sitting on the chair where my old pipe should be. So I called my wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that pipe sitting on the chair where my old pipe should be? She said, you're drunk, you say you're fool, and still you cannot see. That's a lovely whistle that me mother sent to me. Where many a day I travel 100 miles or more, but tobacco in a whistle sure I never say, oh, yeah, well, yeah. As I got home on a Saturday night, as drunk could be, I saw 2 boots beneath the bed where my old boots should be. So I called my wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns those boots beneath the bed where my old boots should be? She said, you're drunk, you say you're fool, and still you cannot see. There's 2 geranium pots me mother sent to me. Where many a day I travel 100 miles or more, but laces in geranium pots I never saw before. And I got home on a Sunday night, as drunk could be. I saw a head lying in the bed where my old head should be. So I called my wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that head with you in the bed where my old head? Come on, here. She said, you're drunk, think that's just about our lot this evening anyway. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. And the Conquerors, thank you very much. It's great to be part of it. We'll be back with you tomorrow, as will all.
How's she cutting? Hello, French Park. Best day I ever had in the bog.
This is Mick Murphy from Lord Boy Ballyhon. We're here on the beach having a great time. Powerful crowd of people. It's a great cause. One of the best ever I came across. I'm here 5 weeks out for the wedding, and it's really wonderful. Great day and a great crowd of people.
Desmond Leonard here from Riverstown, Conestoga. All this stuff came from Riverstown. But anyway, I'd like to say hello to my mother and father and everybody in Riverstown and Castlereagh and Michael McDermott and McDermott and say hello. How is she cutting?
I had more.
You were walking the road, so you were.
I walked them again.
I know you're lazy.
I'm not lazy.
And Mrs. Buckley wanted the thrashing done and the chickens having the bit finished all week.
No. Come on, taxi. Come on, drive on.
So the women in Ireland that did the work.
No.
Well, the women
Take down your step. Take down your
the women
step.
in Ireland did the work and the men were only good for one thing and you know.
Here, let's wait. No. Cheers and forget about it. I was the best one you ever had.
Will you stop it? He has me heart broke.
I didn't want to
He's
go over that.
making a shame of me today among the people.
You didn't want me to go over that last year. No, I have no.
Sick and tired of you. I'm sick and tired of you. And them other two luggages.
And you have me shamed.
They did nothing either. And you're there since morning.
And you have me shamed. I was doing a bit of trashing and you couldn't leave me there. I was only sitting for a rest.
I tell you, you'll go to Father Murphy for confession, so you will.
Did you ever cut turf?
I did indeed. I cut turf as recently as the early 60s.
In the early 60s?
Yeah.
Where did you cut the turf?
I cut them in a little place called County Cavan. You know what County Cavan is?
Oh, County Cavan.
Up beside the border there.
Up beside the border, is right. Was there a good bog up there?
Some of it was all right and some of it no good. You know.
Right. What are you burning over here now?
Huh?
What fuel are you burning over here in the States?
Over here in the States, gas fuel.
But I bet you missed the old smell of the turf fire.
Oh, the old smell of the turf and the old slan and the old brass spade and all like that.
And did you bring the tea in the sock like they used to do? How did you keep the tea warm?
I brought it in a can.
In a can?
3-quart can. You know,
and how did you keep it warm?
Can. It wasn't that far to go.
How do you know? You had the bog was near the house?
Yes.
Good girl yourself.
I come from Kerry.
From Kerry.
And I used to have my father with the turf in the bog called Dyson Bog in County Kerry. And when I was younger, I used to take the tea and the sandwich to the bog. And later on, we would draw the turf home and help my dad bring the turf home in the horse and cart.
I'm on one for the crowd. I'm on for the crowd.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. I'm all the way from Castlebar.
Castlebar, how are you?
Good.
How are you all in Castlebar?
We have no complaints. I'd like to say hello to my mum and dad, the Canons of Castlebar, also the Glendons, and all our friends, Maureen, Jim, Kevin and Mark in New York.
And have a look, have a look at them, look at them back in Castlebar. They're 6 months old.
Peter Byrne.
From?
County Kildare.
County Kildare. And you're here how long?
6 years.
Any chance of going back?
No, I bought a house here, so staying.
Do you miss it much?
Oh yeah, I got some turf at home in the house.
Yeah?
I did, I brought it back 4 years ago.
A proper fire in New York for once.
Well, we don't like it, we just look at it.
You are celebrating your 95th birthday. Give a round of applause. I she came it all the way to the bog today.
Bomboy.
From Bomboy.
Everybody out there, Shawnee and Gerald and
Mary.
Mary.
And how long ago since you were in the bog?
95 years ago.
95 years since you were in the bog. There's nothing like it. And you're keeping well. Now, what do you put your long and happy life down to? No smoking, no drinking.
Oh, you drink a little bit, you know? A little bit, you know, good.
And me at home churning the butter and not.
You can take your place now. I don't want it no more. And I get another place. I get a woman with a place.
You will.
Kick on your step now.
Get nothing. Oh, you're good for a drinking.
Drinking. So she's with me. The mother doesn't want me drinking. And I was a good son to her.
You're where?
Where are you going to end up now if I live here?
You shamed the village today, and you know it. Everyone out for the
I was
fashion.
only resting me, Pepper.
The mice were doing more work than you, and you know it.
No. They weren't that. Couldn't they not have a break? A tea break?
I heard that Teddy did nothing since he went out to the field.
Tea.
Only lying above in the stack. God bless you.
That's Guinness.
We'll be all in the bar. Yes, we're all out to town to the great USA. We're heading for work in the town of New York. With our barrows and sleighs, we forget all our pains and we shuffle our feet to the beat on the page. In the town of New York.
It's a song called The Marquee in Drumlish. To get to see the Chopins play the Marquee in Drumlish. I'd watch them all arrive in fine wagons and big cars, and I wondered what it would be like to be a country star. My father used to tell me that I was far too small, and I had no chance to go to the dance to see the bands at all. But my mother would get around him, and I would get my wish, and we go to see the mainliners in the Marquee in Drumlish. I was seeing this black man as he played his steel guitar, and I wondered how he got that sound out so near and far. When Big Tom sang Gentle Mother, sure I can tell you this, that everyone would sing along in the Marquee in Drumlish. Larry and the Mighty Evans were among my favourites too. How I envied Mickey Brady with his fender coloured blue. When Larry sang, he'll have to go low notes he'd never miss. You could hear that Benson echo round the Marquee in Drumlish. Hey! Philomeno's country flavour would take the old bandstand, and I'd watch young Dan O'Hara, he can play my Ramblin' Man. Later on when I got home, I'd check the old jam jar to see if I'd saved enough to buy my first guitar. So next morning with my mother, we went along for town, and she bought me that first guitar. I think it cost £12. With radio and records, I'd practice all alone. Soon I had the job with the high-low engine steward from Tyrone. And then one Friday evening came that biggest break of all. I was asked to join the Buckaroos with the mighty Brian Call. We played all over Ireland, England and the USA. Sure I owe a lot to Brian Call for what I am today. And now the people tell me that I could go far. We play all over Ireland from New York to Castlebar. The carnival is over, but I still got my wish, for I got my inspiration in the Marquee in Drumlish. No, I won't forget the Marquee in my native town, Drumlish.
Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Declan Nerney. Lovely.
Shoot a donkey, for the beat on the Peat, For the donkey will be wonky without shoes on his feet. Fill the nose bag for the owl nag with the finest of grog. For tomorrow, beg or borrow, we'll be all in the bog.
Yes, we're all up today to the great USA. We're heading for work in the town of New York. With our barrows and spades, we forget all our pains as we shuffle our feet to the beat on the beat.
Shoot a donkey, and comply with the law. For in Yonkers, they'll be bonkers when they hear his hee-haw. Have a sandwich, Mrs. Bandwich, make the tea in the pot. Now we're flying, the turf is drying, and the weather is hot.
Yes, we're all up today.
Well, there we are, at the end of a fantastic trip. Everything is now complete. Our day in the bog has been a wonderful success. We're all tired, but it was worth it, gang, wasn't it? And of course, we made all of the papers. Here's today's paper. The bog is a big hit in New York. And everybody's talking about the day in the bog. They want us to go back next year, but we don't know yet. We'll see. Maybe it'll be the day in the bog part 2 next year. But from all of us here, all of our wonderful volunteers, and I can tell our listeners across the west and the northwest and our viewers to this video, that never in the history of the world have we had more hard-working or dedicated people to the cause of promoting tourism across the west and the northwest. They've been absolutely wonderful, and they're a credit to the west and the northwest. So from all of us here, take care from New York City!